If a friend or a colleague comes to us with a problem, we automatically think of helping them by giving them some advice or the benefit of our experience. And this is good. We want to be helpful. It's done with the best of intentions to provide them with the gift of our wisdom, and there are times when that advice is definitely called for. But consider that adding other tools to your kit bag as a mentor might serve you better in a mentoring relationship. In mentoring, we're always working with the mentee's agenda. They choose the focus for the conversation, and ultimately they need to choose their own way forward. Imagine a mentee comes to you with a problem, and let's take a look at some of the pros and cons of just telling them what to do. Well, the first pro is it's very clearly going to be quicker. It takes a lot less of your time just to give them a solution. It also makes you feel helpful and like you had something tangible to offer the mentee. It might help the mentee to value your time and wisdom because they feel grateful you were able to advise them. And your suggestion might be a really good one. It might provide some new insight to the mentee or open up an avenue that they hadn't thought of. Equally, it might stop the mentee from making a mistake or getting themselves into a difficult situation. And on the downside, you simply don't know as much about the mentee as they do themselves. You might misdiagnose, or you might not have the full picture of the issue they're facing. They're really the only expert in their own life. Listening to your suggestion halts the thinking process for mentees. It closes down their thought processes instead of opening them up. Advising can also set up a dependency-like relationship where the mentee asks you for a solution every time they have a problem they need to solve. And it sets up a dynamic for the relationship where the mentee perceives that you always know more than they do and is disempowered. A mentee with a lot on their mind or a big decision to make could feel relieved that you've made the decision for them and jump into something that's not quite right for them. Very commonly, a mentee can end up feeling overwhelmed by lists of suggestions you make, and they feel like they have to complete all the actions before meeting you again. This is a common cause of mentees dropping out after the first meeting. Have you ever given anyone any bad advice? And what if it doesn't work or leads to trouble? It's likely to create blame between you and the mentee. And people are just more likely to actually follow through and carry out the ideas that they've had themselves. Helping the mentee to own the solution means they're more inclined to take action on it. So you can see there are very clear advantages and disadvantages to advising and not advising. And just to be clear, I'm not talking about keeping the mentee guessing or withholding information for the sake of it. That's just frustrating to everyone. But there will be times that each mode applies best, and the call is up to your best judgment as a mentor. It's your job as a mentor to make sure that any suggestions from your experience are considered from the mentee's point of view, not just yours. And it's fine to talk about what you do, but why not ask, what can you take from that you can use? Or, do you see that working for you too? And help the mentee really evaluate the suggestion and plan their way forward. If in doubt, listen to the mentee, ask them what they want and how they want to work together with you.